Hey everybody, it's me, Zach, and welcome back to my channel. Hey everybody, it's me, Zach, and yes, I am in fact sunburnt. I've been doing such a good job this summer and just really in recent history of like using sunscreen. One big thing, well obviously I'm trying to use sunscreen because I don't want sunburns, I want to stay healthy, I want my skin to be nice, blah 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 blah. But the other big thing is because I know anytime I come onto this camera, anytime I open up this camera and I'm sunburned, people are gonna say, oh my god, Zach, you're so sunburned. And I like to generally avoid that, you know? Like, it's a lot to be told, something you already know. But yeah, if you want to comment that for engagement, by all means, please let me know that I'm sunburnt and that I need to use sunscreen. The problem is that I wasn't necessarily planning on going to the Pride Parade yesterday. And then my friend texted me and was like, do you want to go? I'm going on a whim. Like, do you want to join me? I would love for you to join me. And I was like, sure. And so I got ready kind of quickly. And it was also, at the time of me getting ready, it was like kind of chilly outside for June in Chicago. It was like in the 60s. And it was also super cloudy. And it did not cross my mind. So please, if you want to say something about it, at least make sure to leave a comment about it to help the engagement on my videos. But I am disappointed in myself, if it means anything. But here we are, sunburned Zach. Especially, I'm like looking in the viewfinder, especially, well, actually when I get too close up, my whole face looks red. But obviously, especially my nose is red. Just so embarrassed. And honestly, nowhere else really is all that sunburnt on me. I mean, I'm a little tan on my arms, but life is hard. It's really not that hard. I really just gotta stop being an idiot and forgetting. Although, really, truly, I fully went to the Grand Cayman Island and like survived without getting like super sunburnt that whole time on beaches, directly in the sun for multiple hours of the day. So, yeah, go figure. It would be going to the Chicago Pride Parade for a couple of hours. Yep. Yep. Anyways, Amberlynn had a new video that she posted yesterday on Sunday. And the video is titled, Here is What Really Happened, Getting My First Mammogram and Chicken Chip Taste Test Bar Vlog. Excited for the chicken chip taste test because that shit sounded so gross the way that she described it. Excited for her to be taking care of her health and getting a mammogram. I'm curious what the clickbait is behind here's what really happened. I'd like to believe, prior to getting into this video, I'd like to believe that it's going to be about why she wasn't going to increase her dosage, but then ended up increasing it anyways. But, you know, it's it's hard to say with Miss Ma'am, honestly. I don't know. It's still so wild to me that she made entire decisions about her health based on what she thought would be best for her channel. That's crazy to me because I think she should probably make those decisions based on what's best for her health. But also, that part of the title could have nothing to do with that. So let me shut the fuck up. Let's get to, shall we?
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to the vlog. Today is actually June 25th. I had to look down.
She is getting closer and closer to being in real time. June 25th was only, do I have a calendar? I do actually have my calendar pulled up. June 25th was only a week ago. I mean, I guess that's not actually too far ahead. She's still about a week ahead of real time.
Computer to see the date because I'm telling you, I lose track of time. I'm not gonna lie.
Quirky.
So I'm actually really nervous.
It does make sense that she'd lose track of time because a lot of her life is not like mandated by a deadline, a timeline, and anything, whoever, whatever. Like, she doesn't have a regular job that she has to clock in Monday through Friday. She doesn't have, like, a partner in her life who she goes by their schedule or anything like that. Maybe, I guess, but Mammogram probably has some kind of regular schedule, work schedule, or at least that's what Amberlynn claims. Like in her last video, she said Mammogram does have a full-time job. But yeah, I would imagine, you know, with nothing in your life that suggests that you have to care about a date. And honestly, to some extent, I can relate to it a little bit. I do try to keep, like, somewhat of a consistent schedule for myself. And right now, like, Noah's on taking, like, a break from work. And so he's had, like, the past week or two off. And I would say even because of that, like, my timeline feels a little, like, confusing sometimes. So I feel you, girl. Life is hard.
A mammogram today, and I've never had one before. I'm 33 years old, having a mammogram.
What?
You know?
Wait, what? I obviously know what she was saying, but why did she say mammogram like that? Let me listen to that again.
Before, I'm 33 years old, having a mammogram.
It sounded like she said mammalgram, like which, like, mammals are called mammals because of mammary glands. So, like, all of that sounds right, but it sounds like she's saying mammalgram. Like you're gonna send a telegram, but it's mammal themed. You're gonna send out a little kangaroo telegram, a koala telegram, a bear telegram, and it's mammal themed.
You know, it has to get done.
Yeah, I know.
So if they see something on the mammogram, I also have an ultrasound scheduled, but they said if they don't see anything, then I don't do the ultrasound.
Okay.
So we'll see.
The way she says mammogram is very distracting, just for the record. I'm a very big believer, like, as long as I know what you're saying, it doesn't matter. Like, say whatever you want, however you want. But it is just distracting because I've literally never heard anybody pronounce it that way.
I'll definitely let you guys know how it goes. But yeah, I am a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie, because some people say it hurts really bad. Sure. And then other people say, oh no, it's no biggie. It's pretty easy, pretty simple, doesn't hurt. So I don't know. I guess I'll be the judge of that.
I have no idea.
Everyone's experiences is different, so.
True.
So I'm standing here.
It is making me also just think, she has just been really trying to include literally, I mean, I know that, like, it's a vlog about her life, so whatever's happening in her life is gonna be in the vlog. Well, at least that's what she claims. But also, we also know that she has, like, kept so much about her health away from us in the past that it's just, like, really interesting to me that there's been such an uptick in videos about her health lately. Even to the extent of her, like, vlogging her getting a mammogram or mammalgram, however she wants to say it.
And I was gonna choose a perfume, and I remembered they gave me, like, instructions before the mammogram, and they're like,
oh yeah, you're not supposed to.
You don't get to wear lotion. You don't get to wear perfume, nothing like that.
I don't know why I know that, but I knew that. Like, for some reason, I couldn't tell you why, but that is true. You're not supposed to. Actually, I think I learned that from a video I watched from Jen Chapin, which is wild that I'm bringing her up again because I literally just talked about her in a video like a week or two ago. But yeah, I think I learned about that from Jen Chapin. Obviously, I've never had a mammogram myself, but I don't know what that looks like, but yeah.
You guys, I recommend these perfumes. I got them from Amazon.
You know,
they smell so good. They also,
you know who I am willing to kind of take perfume recommendations from? Amberlynn. Amberlynn, I am. I think she would probably know what smelling good would be like. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Does that make sense? Would you take perfume recommendations from Amberlynn Reed?
We'll have some other scents. Out of these three, I'm living for the floral marshmallow. So good. I'm at the
floral marshmallow sounds a little weird, but I guess that's just like a sweet florally smell, right? Like, marshmallow is just probably another word for a sugary sweet smell. Yeah. But I'm just like, who's eating floral marshmallows? Probably nobody. Also, Fruity Honey. Fruity Honey was my nickname in college.
Health place, but across here, which I've never seen this in person, you guys are gonna be like, that is so dumb. It's literally a huge Amazon place, and I've never seen one in person. And I'm like, whoa, that's where everything comes from. It's like so, I don't know, Amazon is like a weird company, I'm not gonna lie.
My obsession, well, not my obsession, my favorite part of Oklahoma so far has been that she's actually going out a lot more in her videos. So in every video, there's always something that's like, I don't know, fairly mundane that she's like, oh my God, isn't this thing so cool? And in this case, it's the Amazon warehouse. Isn't that so fascinating? Last video, it was the, like, spongy material at the playground at the park. Like, I live for that. That's really enjoying the little things. You know when the girlies are posting their little Pinterest quotes and their Instagram quotes, and it's like, enjoy the little things? That's enjoying the little things. Being able to walk out your door and witness an Amazon warehouse for the first time and being like, could you believe? Could you imagine? Like, I wish that the outside world was that interesting to me. I wish I could have that sense of wonder about just the little things in life. Because at this point, I've witnessed it. I've experienced it. Ain't nothing to enjoy anymore.
Like, getting all your stuff so quickly? Weird.
Wait. I think we need to go back to hear her say that full statement about Amazon altogether, because I have questions.
Where everything comes from. It's like so, I don't know, Amazon is like a weird company, I'm not gonna lie. Like, getting all your stuff so quickly? Weird.
Girl, Miss Maya. She's out here being philosophical about Amazon and thinking it's so weird that she gets everything quickly. Girl, if there's anybody that knows anything about getting all the shit quickly from Amazon, it's you. You're constantly buying shit from Amazon. What's so weird about that at this point for you? Now, that doesn't make sense. That shouldn't be something you have a sense of wonder about still, because you've experienced that 1,200 times.
I had to put this on.
Oh my God. Crazy. 20 minutes later.
Y'all, that was so weird. Okay, guys, so I have been back from my mammogram for...
Well, I love the concept of being in the, like, clinic or wherever it is she's getting her mammogram, and her, consciously making the decision to turn her camera on and be like, y'all, that was so weird.
For a couple hours now. I have literally always been told that it's gonna hurt, like, it's so uncomfortable. And honestly, like, it didn't hurt at all. I kind of enjoy, like, pressure, especially, like, pressure to my hands while I'm sleeping. I also really like sleeping with my wrists like this. How I've always been. Sometimes I'll...
Like this? Listen, I'm not gonna yuck your yum, but like that, like, how do you... listen, live your truth. Live your truth.
I sleep with pillows on top of my body because I also like that type of pressure. So I just like pressure in general, so it didn't hurt at all. I guess maybe the most uncomfortable part would be the fact that, like, this lady was literally, like, touching my boobs and, like, making sure it was, like, on the glass. And, like, yeah, you, like, literally lay your boob like this and then it gets smushed. I mean, that's what it is.
That's what it is.
They did both. What's good about it is, like, I didn't have to sit there and, like, wait for days on end for results. They literally tell you if they see something, like, suspicious when you go get the test done. And not many tests are like that, especially, like, scheduled tests. But I got my results literally immediately, and everything is fine. Thank God. So I'm sure some of you are like, why'd you even have to go?
I was just about to say that. I mean, I kind of assumed it was just, like, a routine checkup. Like, like, people get routine mammograms all the time. I'm never going to not call it a mammogram from now on, at least in reference to talking about it with Amberlynn Reed. But I just assumed it was routine maintenance until she started talking about it like, oh my God, I was so worried, thank God nothing is wrong, because I was like, oh, was there a reason outside of just a routine checkup? But she's going to tell us that in just a second.
I noticed it actually after my hysterectomy. My left boob is just bigger than my right one, and it's got worse and worse and worse. I just mentioned it, like, in passing to my doctor, and he was like, since you've had cancer before, let's definitely get that checked out. But everything is good, which I'm so grateful for. But when I was there, they told me that I should do, like, a genetic testing because they're kind of shocked that I even got uterine cancer at such a young age.
I listen, surely something to be said there, but I guess the thing I want to say something about is that she said that she noticed or started noticing this after she got her hysterectomy, and at this point, that's been a couple years, a few years. I think she had all of that happen in 2020, so it's just like, I mean, I guess she said herself that she wasn't necessarily thinking about there being any issue with it. And it was just, like, a comment she said in passing to her doctor. But I just, like, this, like, continues to be the thing with Amberlynn that is concerning to me. Is just, like, how she puts off these concerns and things like that. Which, like, I don't know. I know some people probably do have, like, some level of medical trauma where it's very difficult to, you know, go to the doctor about these things. So I'm willing to give the benefit of the doubt there, especially if she wasn't even, you know, sure that there'd be an issue. But I just imagine that if I ever had cancer, I would just be, like, hyper critical and overly cautious when it came to, like, anything with my body. So I'm kind of surprised that it's 2024 and she just got that checked out. But I'm glad also, though, that there was nothing wrong with it or anything like that too. Also, though, that they said that, she just said that comment about them being surprised that she had uterine cancer at such a young age, but I feel like Amberlynn herself has said, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, feel more than welcome to do that, but I feel like Amberlynn has said at some point that she is quite aware that it was, she was at an increased risk for uterine cancer because of, like, her size and her obesity and things like that. So I guess I'm just confused why she's now being like, the doctors were so surprised, because I thought she had said previous doctors had told her that was, like, part of why she was at risk, and that's why she was so afraid to not lose weight and things like that, you know?
The genetic testing, they'd be able to tell, like, if I'm what was the word she used?
Disposed.
Predisposed, Amberlynn.
Right.
Predisposed. It's not that hard. To, like, getting other.
I love that she corrected herself on how she said that, but she's, I feel like that means she fully thinks that it's pronounced Mammogram.
I might get the genetic testing because it's definitely interesting to see. I don't know. It's not, like, something that I need to have done, but it'll be good to see. But yeah, it was just
go
really
ahead.
Quick. The lady who actually did my mammogram, she was probably in her late 20s. And she was just so sweet. And as I was leaving, she was like, I don't want to make this awkward. And I'm definitely not hitting on you, but you are really beautiful. And I don't know. It, like, made my day because she was just like, you have such a pretty face. And I don't know, things like that, like, mean a lot to me.
I just already know the comments are eating her up about that. I just already know. Because, like, why? First of all, I feel like she always makes it a point to, like, talk about when people tell her she's beautiful or whatever. But also, that feels like such a wildly unprofessional thing for a medical professional to say to literally a patient. Like, it would be one thing to be like, oh, like, your hair looks really pretty today or something, period. But, like, how Amberlynn is telling the story to, like, preface it with, I'm not hitting on you, but I think you're really beautiful. Like, that's 100% absolutely, like, somebody making a pass the way that story is being told. And, like, I just can't imagine it being okay for a medical professional to do something like that. So, like, I think there's a few options here. One, I think it's totally plausible that didn't even happen. Like, I think it's totally plausible that, like, there was no conversation like that even happened, or it was somebody else that it happened with. Or two, that Amberlynn is just telling it in a weirdly fucked up way. Or 3, like, that person shouldn't really probably have a job if they're out here being like, I'm not hitting on you, but you're really pretty. Like, that's all just so... That's just a bizarre story. I don't know. I really usually am somebody that's willing to give the benefit of the doubt to Amberlynn and just believe what she says. But, like, wow, if I don't know. Maybe I'm making a bigger deal out of it than it is. But I just would think I would personally feel really uncomfortable with, like, a medical professional who literally, like, if I was in her shoes, literally just got done, like, touching my boobs and things like that, like, to then have them tell me how beautiful and pretty they think I am. Like, I would be uncomfortable. I don't know that I would be taking that as a compliment. I don't know. But, I mean, whatever. I guess as long as she feels positive about it, if it really happened. I don't know. What a wild story to come on the internet and tell. I mean, probably not the most wild story Amberlynn has ever told, but, like... Yeah, I don't know. Great. Somebody that touched your boobs thinks you're beautiful, Amberlynn.
When I'm feeling kind of shitty about myself, like, I was having anxiety because I was like, oh my god, is there something wrong with my breast? And my boobs are all up in her face. Like, it was just a whole thing. So it definitely, like, just made me feel a lot better. She said that as I was walking out, and I don't know, it was just super sweet. Okay, you guys, it is time that we're gonna try these wild protein chips.
Let's move on to a taste test situation type of deal. That's exactly what we need to do. I need to move on from that story because it just isn't making sense to me. Shit's not adding up to me.
So it's literally made with chicken breast, egg whites, and chicken broth. This is in the flavor sea salt and vinegar. Like, how could this be bad?
I do love a salt and vinegar chip. I can't lie. If they ever stop making salt and vinegar chips, it's over for me. Actually, I'll probably be fine. I don't have them that often, but I do enjoy them. Like, if I'm at, like, a sandwich shop and they have bags of chips for sides and stuff like that, I'm absolutely getting the salt and vinegar chip.
For this whole bag is 13 protein, which is quite a bit, like, for a chip.
So many
like,
protein for a chip?
Try it. So I literally had to open it in the weirdest way ever.
Literally had to.
That's fine.
Literally had to do that. There was no other way.
It smelled like potato chips because... Oh, wait, what is this?
It's a silica packet.
Do not eat pillow pack. Contains a harmless absorbent for humidity and odor. Okay. But yeah, it literally just smells like those...
Why do I feel like she's never seen a silica packet before? Although I find that really hard to believe because she gets beef jerky all the time and beef jerky often has those things in it too.
Chips that are sea salt and vinegar. So yeah, they look like this.
Ooh.
Get some good look in there. Let's try it. Wow.
So good.
I think it tastes chicken. That is so good.
Actually, you guys.
Is like thebomb.com. This kind of reminds me of, like, if you're cooking chicken and you, like, get, like, a little piece of it in, like, the frying pan or whatever, and it, like, cooks way longer than the rest of the chicken, and then you, like, take the little tiny crispy piece and you eat it. Like, it literally tastes like that, but with sea salt and vinegar. Yeah, I can get down with these.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it has, like, the perfect texture. Like, I love that crunch. Okay, you guys. Let's literally...
Actually, it's so good. All right.
Talk about this whole semaglutide.
Please.
Why I wasn't able to increase it.
Please.
I know that, like, rumors will be had. People will...
And whose fault is that? Whose fault is that in this particular situation? She's like, I know that there's going to be rumors. You could have cleared this up 2 videos ago. You could have cleared it up 2 videos ago, girly pop. If there's rumors at this point, it's because you put information out there and then drastically changed your mind about it the very next day. And all of this under the guise of, like, you didn't get any kind of, like, medical guidance or advice whatsoever.
Will create rumors People will speculate. People are thinking that I'm getting weight loss surgery. People are thinking that I'm getting my gallbladder taken out. People are thinking that insurance now wants to cover my semaglutide.
That is a good point. I did forget. I didn't even consider that she might be not increasing it. Although she would have had to completely go off of it. But I only know that like some surgeries require you to not be on it, because I literally just watched Glitter and Lasers talk about her getting some kind of surgery. She's getting some kind of surgery for her lipedema. And she talks in that video about how she had to go off of Wegovy because it's like a blood thinner and like you can't be on it while you're getting surgery or whatever.
None of that is the reasons at all. So what happened was a telehealth company, like a credible telehealth company, a very popular one that has doctors and people to help like with your weight, like actual weight loss doctors, the whole nine. They contacted me and they wanted to sponsor me to be an advocate for their company. So I was going to actually start doing semaglutide through their company while being an advocate for them here on my channel. So the semaglutide is actually from the exact same pharmacy that...
Can you imagine? I'm like, how... I don't actually not believe her. I guess I should just say I do believe her that this came out. But can you imagine what the potential like results of that would have been? Could you just imagine that she had actually taken some kind of like partnership brand deal, situation type of deal, which just to be clear, I'm pretty sure she's never actually done like an official sponsored post content video, anything like that before. She has had an Amazon storefront before where she like linked things that she was getting off of Amazon so people could go buy it and she would potentially get like commission. But that's not the same as like I'm doing a dedicated sponsored video to like a brand or company, right? She's never really done anything like that from my knowledge of following her for a very long time. So I could only imagine what would have happened if if this telehealth company, whatever company that might be, I'm not even familiar with like telehealth companies like that are sponsoring YouTubers or things, but I can only imagine that this brand partners with her. One, they're probably going to get an onslaught of people like contacting them, telling them that Amberlynn Reid is awful. But two, why would they even want to work with Amberlynn to begin with? Like, this is a girly who historically has, like, just never, ever, ever, ever been successful, unfortunately, with anything related to her health. I can only imagine that that she just came on their radar because of the use of semaglutide and Ozempic in her titles and things like that. Like, I would guess that they probably are looking for content creators who are already doing stuff like that in their health so that they can jump on and, like, sponsor them and get that kind of, like, viewership coming to their company and things like that. And honestly, I don't know, maybe that's what makes so much sense now about her doing so many titles with like health related things in them. But I just can't imagine, and she probably is correct when she said I needed to do what was best for my channel, because I can't imagine. I feel like that would have probably crashed and fucking burned. I really do. I can't imagine her being a good ambassador for any kind of health related brand or company
that I already get mine from. So I knew it was credible because there is a lot of companies making fake Ozempic, fake semaglutide, and that's something that you need to very much pay attention to because that is scary. Anyways, this is like a well-known, amazing company, and I was actually going to be working with them.
Sure.
All my I's were dot, all my T's were crossed. I even filmed
all my I's were dot.
My first video of like introducing this whole thing to my channel. I do want to tell you guys something super exciting. This is actually the reason why I wasn't able to increase my semaglutide dose. I'm like so excited. Oh my god, this is gonna like change my life and maybe some of y'all's life too. So a credible company reached out to me. They reached out to me because they saw how well I was doing on semaglutide and they wanted me to be an advocate for their company. Anyways, you guys...
Wait, something is ringing some bells for me. If this little clip that she just showed was supposed to be from like her actual, like, I don't know, beginning of content that's working with this company, why would she refer to them as a credible company reached out to me? A credible company. I'm working with a credible company. Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, if you were working with the brand, I would imagine they would want you to just say their brand name, right? I mean, it could mean nothing. Maybe she does eventually, and whatever the original clip is, go on to say the name of the brand. But I would think that you would just want to say the brand name from the beginning. From my experience of doing like brand related deals and things like that on my channel and doing sponsored content, like saying the name of whatever is sponsoring you is usually an important part of that.
To get the point, this clip is actually like 7 minutes long, but there's really no need to watch the whole thing. That I was going to be working with this company, and I was super excited. Like, this was going to be really good for me. It was going to help you guys because you guys, so many people have contacted me saying that they want to go on semaglutide, and it's like, I wanted to help some of you be able to do that. But then I had this weird like feeling in my gut, and I started doing research, and in YouTube's terms of service, it literally says that you cannot promote pharmaceutical drugs. Semaglutide is very much that. I am able to sit here and talk about my journey all day long, but I can't have links at the bottom of my channel directing you guys to go get pharmaceutical drugs. It's not allowed. It's against YouTube's terms of service. And that freaked me out. And I felt really bad because I had already signed the agreement /
I don't know what the terms of service do or do not say about that, but some shit that's not adding up for me is that, also, apologies for this pause screen, Amberlynn. I did you dirty there a little bit unintentionally. But yeah, what's not adding up to me is that was not explained, and which, like, obviously, she said that in the video where she decided to up her dose, she's like, it doesn't really matter why or why not I was doing this, right? Like, why I decided to go ahead and increase my dose. But in that video, she was like, oh my god, like, I'm just doing it. I'm just increasing my dose. I'm so excited. Yee! And now she has this, like, all these things about the terms of service and this, that, the other. I'm also curious if she even, like, read the original contract and stuff that she got from the brand or the company, because I'm also just like, what did they want you to do? You're saying that they specifically wanted you to promote semaglutide? I don't know. Personally, for me, it's all very weird because I'm not really trying to take health advice or, like, specifically medicinal advice. Like, I'm not trying to get advice on medicines from random YouTubers, let alone Amberlynn Reed. So I guess it's hard for me to understand the concept of a pharmaceutical company sponsoring her post or her videos to begin with. But I don't know. There's just so many things here that are simply truly not adding up for me. I don't know. I started this off saying, like, oh, I really do believe that they reached out to you. And I still think that somebody did reach out to her. I just think it's really sussy. It's very interesting to me that this is the first thing that she's ever talked about getting an actual sponsorship for. I have to believe, or I would think at the very least, that, like, she's had people reach out to her for sponsorships before. I've always just kind of felt like she was too lazy to do any of that work. Like, the work to, like, get sponsored, to read through a contract, to make sure that, like, you know, as she says, all the I's are dot and the T's are cross. I just, like, this is the first thing that she actually was like, I'm gonna do, allegedly, and it's all to do with her health. I don't know. I just know people have more questions after all of this, because so much of this, like, I get and I also don't get, and I think part of that might just be because of the way that she's presenting it to us. Like, she's telling us all of this after the fact. I'm also like, if you signed a contract, how are you getting out of that contract? Are you not obligated to, like, continue? I mean, I guess she doesn't have to. I'm just curious if there's, like, any consequences for her for not following through with that contract. I don't know.
contract to work with this company. Like, everything was perfect. Like, I's were dot, T's were crossed. I was so excited to do this, but I had to message the company and be like, I can't do it, just for like the longevity of my channel. Like, I cannot risk the chance of losing my channel. Like, this is my career, this is my job, this is my livelihood, and it was going to be an amazing opportunity for me. Like, I have been requested to do so many sponsorships. I've literally been on YouTube for 11 years. I think like the sponsorships definitely started coming in, I would say around 6 years ago, and I've never done any. I have just declined all of them. Yeah. This is one that I wanted to take and was going to take and was going to do it. I made the first video for it. And I was like, I can't do it. Like, I cannot risk it. I didn't really want to talk about it because, like, I feel like not really a failure per se, but it just, like, really sucks that I wasn't able to do it because I felt like it was the wrong thing to do. And it literally says, like, I have it pulled up on
please let me know.
Laptop right now.
I'm so curious about that because I know one of the things that people are upset about Anna from Glitter and Laser's channel is that she was in a video that was sponsored by like Nortec, I think. I think that's the brand that like makes Wegovy and things like that. But that was like not on her channel. She was like a part of some podcast that was like 100% fully sponsored by that company that makes Wegovy. That all happened on YouTube. So I'm wondering, like, what the actual, like, terms of service policies and stuff like that say. Okay, so she doesn't actually end up, like, showing a screenshot of any particular policy from YouTube or anything like that. She just kind of, like, vaguely refers to going to support.google.com to find the things. So I did do some searching myself, and there is a list of things here that clearly says that you're not allowed to promote pharmaceuticals without a prescription and things like that. And so I am confused because she does in this video go on to say that she had a prescription from this company. So I don't understand what part she thinks she's not allowed to do, because this seems to suggest that you're allowed to promote pharmaceuticals as long as you have a prescription for them or you're telling people that they need a prescription.
It is underneath healthcare and medicines on the support.google.com. This was something I was really excited for. And to be a part of that company, I was going to have to start the process of semaglutide over because they actually prescribed me the starting dose of semaglutide. Obviously, I literally have it in my fridge. Like, I was ready to do it, ready to rumble, but I just realized I can't do it. It definitely sucks.
It also feels so sussy that, like, is she even doing this under the guidance or consultation of a medical professional? Or at the very least, like, is she talking to, like, the people at the med spa who initially prescribed her this medicine? Like, that all seems really sussy to me, too, which is probably why YouTube does have some terms of service relating to getting sponsored by pharmaceutical companies and things like that, or by, like, linking pharmaceutical things in your description box, because you're telling me this brand can just give you a prescription to these things without consulting with your doctor, without consulting with the people who are already prescribing you these things? Which, like, honestly, it's not surprising to me that she wouldn't, like, loop in all of those people together. I mean, like, the first time that she was on Ozempic was famously when she was also seeing a lipedema doctor who she didn't, like, have consult with her regular doctor, or, like, didn't match up, like, have them all connected. So this is just so wild to me. And also really, I think, honestly, truly also speaks to Amberlynn's impulsive ass nature, you know? It really does, because how are you gonna tell me you did your research and you dotted all the I's and crossed all the T's, but then you didn't find out until after you agreed to all of the things that, like, YouTube has terms of service against being sponsored by things like that? Just fascinating to me. Really, truly fascinating. I will say, I've had different, not even, like, medicines, but, like, vitamin and supplement related brands and stuff like that reach out to me, and I just personally, just, like, because I often tell y'all I'm not a doctor, I'm not anything like that, like, I personally don't like being sponsored by any of those kinds of brands. I always turn them down just because, like, I don't think I'm in any place to, like, endorse a supplement or a vitamin or anything health related. So I will probably continue to have that policy for myself. So I get it. I'm just like, I don't know that Amberlynn did all the research that she claims that she did prior to accepting this agreement, this sponsorship.
Big time. And a lot of people were also thinking that, like, I was trying to make excuses for why I was going to stop it. No, actually the complete opposite. I was ready to be an advocate for an amazing company, and I had to turn it down last minute. Okay, you guys, so it is time for question of the day. It is a little different this time, but that's...
We got a whole screenshot for question of the day. She said, "At the real Becky, I'm putting you on blast today." Actually, I did see somebody in my comments of one of my last 2 videos, I can't remember which video it was, but somebody did say, like, she should just put up screenshots of the people asking the questions. I think their reasoning for it was that they were concerned that, like, they weren't real questions or something like that. So it's very interesting to me that she's showing these screenshots now.
Because I am literally just editing this right now, and I don't feel like showing my face because I'm not wearing makeup right now. So
and now, has that ever stopped you before, Amberlynn? Let's be very serious right now.
Question of the day is, can you show the A1C with your name? That could be anyone. So yes, I can. Here it is.
Oh my God. Thank you so much.
So here it is. I think you'd have to be an actual sick psychopath to fake medical results. But
oh my God.
Yeah, here they are. I had them emailed to me, and that's that.
That escalated so quickly.
And I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Amberlynn, that escalated so fucking quickly. You'd have to be a sick fucking psychopath. All right. Okay, calm down. Yeah, very interesting. The sponsorship thing, very interesting. I'm curious to see what other people have to say about it, what y'all have to say in the comments, because to me, I think I have more questions than when I started. I don't know. I guess it makes sense. It just, if anything, all just really speaks to the impulsive nature of Amberlynn. Honestly, truly, every single part of it. I feel like she probably accepted it before she really even thought about it, because she's probably like, oh my God, this is so cool. It's going to be a way to probably get free semaglutide and be an advocate, so then she can be like inspiring others, which is something that she's always taken into consideration when it comes to her channel, her weight loss, etc. She's always wanted to be an inspiration to others. So she probably impulsively was thinking, I get those 2 things. I get to inspire people and I get free semaglutide. So she automatically agreed, and then she started having some second thoughts about it. It was like, maybe I should research this more, even though I already agreed to do it. And then on top of that, I feel like she also had the, like, struggle that she already shared, that she was struggling to survive with just the regular dosage, and she was getting nervous about it. And so she just impulsively was like, I found a reason to get out of this deal. I'm going to start increasing my dose. Life is good. Life is great. And all of this while not consulting with any of the original people who prescribed her the semaglutide, or at least I'm guessing probably little interaction with them. Maybe she'll tell us that I'm wrong about that later, but to me it seems like she made a lot of decisions on her own without any advice from a medical professional that has, like, seen her already for this for this medicine. Oh my God, what a journey today. I actually honestly wasn't really expecting her to address that when that was in the title. I think I made that clear at the beginning of this, that I didn't really think she would actually address it, but here we are. Anyways, that's all I have time for today. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you're brand new and you want to, consider subscribing down below. Hit the bell button so you get a notification every single time I post a new video. Make sure to leave me a comment, hit like, click share, and follow me on all my social media. I love you all so much. I'll see you all next time. Bye!